Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Callista Solon, and this is NLC Trans. Tonight, I have my usual co-hosts with me, Tara and Stacy, and I have no clue what we're going to talk about. But anyway, I know that you guys have some interesting news stories that you wanted to talk a little bit about. You had said you had the Nigerian story, and also there was another story you had about a insensitive news coverage.
Right.
That one I hadn't heard about.
Well, okay, so this one was forwarded to me by Tambria, and it's a story off a website, off of, it looks like, gladblog.org. And it says Indiana's WTHR TV changes story that GLAAD named worse. And what it looks like had happened was near the end of last year, December, a couple, one of whom was transsexual, were murdered in their Indianapolis home. And it turns out, it looks like the reporter reported on them both as being male. And reported the transsexual woman's male name. And when GLAAD contacted them, it looks like he wasn't interested in using the right pronoun. Wasn't interested in changing his story to adhere to AP guidelines because the person was not post-op.
Oh, give me a
now,
break. And GLAAD is, just for the
Gay
viewers.
Lesbian Defense.
For our viewers.
GLAAD, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Gay Lesbian Alliance for Defense, something like that.
Okay.
It's a legal group, I believe, based out of Boston.
Yeah, I'd forgotten what it.
So we have an insensitive reporter here.
Right. So, but I mean, it looks like it's been dealt with. GLAAD dealt with the news director, and she's speaking with her station manager about coordinating diversity training sessions.
Good.
And they've changed their story on their website to reflect the proper pronouns.
Well, that's good. How insensitive can you be?
Well, it's amazing what a little bad PR will do.
She was murdered, and
She's dead. It's like,
and still can't get something as simple as a pronoun for lack of a surgery. And there's any number of reasons people might not have a surgery.
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
yeah. Shame. Shame.
But it looks like they
fixed it.
It looks like they fixed it.
Good. Good. And what was this Nigerian thing? They're trying to pass a law making it, I guess, very much illegal to have same-sex marriage.
It wasn't bad enough, evidently. So I have here a story, and again, Tambria forwarded this to us. Thank you so much.
Tambria sends us all sorts of stuff.
Nigeria was one of the places that had reacted to the hubbubaloo in the UN when they tried to make it, when they tried to decriminalize homosexuality in a non-binding resolution. Nigeria was one of the places that decided to pass a law to make it more illegal.
So this is an Amnesty International public statement. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, the Nigerian Bar Association, Human Rights Institute, and Nigerian human rights non-governmental organizations are deeply concerned by the same-gender marriage prohibition bill. The bill would introduce criminal penalties for marriage ceremonies between persons of the same sex, as well as persons witnessing or helping to formalize such marriages.
Nice.
So you can't be complicit. This is a contravention of the Nigerian constitution and inconsistent with Nigeria's obligations under international and regional human rights treaties, which the country has ratified. We therefore urge the National Assembly not to pass the bill. Under Nigeria's criminal code, the penal code, consensual same-sex conduct between adults is already punishable. Chapter 42, Section 214 of Nigeria's Criminal Code provides a sentence of 14 years imprisonment for carnal knowledge against the order of nature. Now, I'm sorry. I'm a biologist. Evidently, they didn't consult any of us.
Evidently.
Because homosexuality does not go against nature.
No, there are homosexual acts animals engage in nature.
Right, they're not necessarily that specific.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not real common, but, you know, I mean, how many people have told you that they have two little dogs or a dog and a cat, and one of them jumps on the back of the other, and they're both boys? You know, this is
14 years.
This is not an uncommon story.
Right.
But
Or would that be dog years? I mean, come on, guys, you know? Well, you know, that's a place not to go, Nigeria. Not that I was actually planning to go there, but...
And that's the kind of thing that the UN's the non-binding resolution in the UN to express an interest in decriminalizing homosexual acts, because there are countries where the punishment is so extreme. You know,
Crazy.
You have sex in the wrong position with the wrong person, you go to jail for 14 years.
Yeah.
I wonder what their three-strike policy is on that.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. That is so crazy.
I mean, I understand people not approving, not wanting it in their family, not wanting it around them, but that goes a little extreme.
Yeah. Anyway, that was interesting. Thanks, Tim Bray. You had a story here as well.
Well, there's a couple things here. A couple of positive notes first, I hope.
Positive's good. Positive's good.
Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles has revised its policy on changing gender markers. They used to require the letter from the surgeon indicating that you'd had your sex reassignment surgery, and they now fall more in line with Connecticut. They have a form that if the applicant and a medical professional sign it, indicating that they want to change their legal gender and indicate what gender they're changing to, then the Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles will accept it.
Cool. Good for them.
So
good for them.
Then the other, I guess it's GLAD, but GLAD's been active. Inaccurate identity documents have increasingly put transgender people at risk, and this policy change alleviates one difficulty many transgender people have faced. GLAD has been working the issue in Massachusetts for several years with our partners at Mass Equality, Mass Transgender Political Coalition, and many members of the transgender community.
Cool.
The other positive effort, two things actually. Hawaiian politicians back civil union legislation. Apparently it's a pretty divisive issue in Hawaii. There's little to no chance of actually getting gay marriage anytime soon.